we're doing my top 5 Wednesday for the gateway books into my favourite genre. The books I'm going to mention probably fit into a heap of other genres, and I get that. I totally get that. The one I'm going to go with is fantasy. I enjoy that one the most. Whether it's YA or any other version, it doesn't really matter to me, but fantasy is what I enjoy. Now, if you haven't heard of Top 5 Wednesdays, it is a tag that was started by Lainey over at Ginger Read Planey, and it's now being continued by Sam over at Thoughts on Tomes. Both of those girls are linked below. Please go check out their channels. They are freaking amazing. And I've also linked the Goodreads group below. That is how we actually get our topics for each Wednesday. Now, I know it's been like forever since I've done one of these, but this feels like a good topic to get back into it. Also, they're not in any particular order. One of the first ones I would recommend would be Obernewtyn. Now, I've just learned that that is how you actually are meant to say it. Obernewtyn. I met Isobelle Carmody. She was doing a workshop nearby and I happened to pop in and I didn't realize it was a workshop. I went there purely, okay, tangent here, but whatever. I purely went there because it was a chance to meet her, whether or not she signed any books or anything like that. I didn't particularly give a damn, but I got to meet her and oh my god, it was a workshop. So I stayed there, I did the workshop. I felt rude if I had went like, oh, hang on, no, I wasn't here for this part. And then at the end, I actually took in my entire Obernewtyn series, as well as my Darksong series, and I'm like, I can't choose which book, but if you would be happy to sign one of them, could you please choose the book that you like the most out of yours? Which is a hard thing to ask an author. I mean, she'd love all their books, but whatever. And she goes, what did you bring? And she goes, is that bag full of them? And I'm like, well, yes, because I couldn't choose. So she opens up the bag, lays all of the books out, and proceeds to work her way through all of them, putting a personal message in every single one. Oh my god! Okay, that's not why I chose this book though.
Refocus.
So, I chose Obernewtyn as one of the first ones to recommend to fantasy because, yes, it's a bit dystopian future because, well, how we are now is not how it is there, but fantasy in terms of people developing abilities, and that doesn't ruin the book, it even says it on the back. So if you have not read this series, you are missing out. This was a series I actually started reading back in high school. It's got it all. It's got a protagonist that doesn't want to use her abilities and is trying to hide and survive in a world that doesn't want her to have abilities. Parents are gone. There is so much in there and so many people to meet, and the descriptions of the environment and the situations that she's in, and oh my god, it's really, really good. So that's my first rec. Now, I'm not playing favourites here. But it's gonna seem like it because the second book I'm recommending is the Darksong series, also from Isobelle Carmody. And yes, this is another one that she signed for me. This book, again, is set in a fantasy world because it's kind of like another dimension to this world, but all the lands are different, all the people are different. There are skills and powers and total different forms of government, clan leader government. It's a bit higher than clan leader, but I think you get the gist. Carmody really transports two sisters. One of them is actually seen as like the person who is going to help save the world or take down the government or whatever. She's seen as one, whereas the other one isn't quite seen as useful or anything like that, but they're not even together. So they don't even know if they're going to survive. And again, you will love it. The same kind of detail and finesse that she shows in the Obernewtyn series, she shows again in here. So for the third one, I'm recommending you check out the Poison Study series by Maria.v.Snyder. Yelena is the main character, and pretty much she has to hide who she is after doing a bad deed and being forced into service for someone else, and the fear of death is always hanging over her head, and you can feel it in the way that Maria is writing these words. It could happen at any moment, and it totally doesn't go for that whole insta-love thing. The last two are obvious choices for anyone that's checking out fantasy or starting out fantasy or anything like that. Of course, we have Lord of the Rings by J.R.R.Tolkien. Do I really need to say anything about this? The world, the places, the people, although I really dislike Frodo, the characters that you invest in, the happy endings that you want for them. You will love this. And then of course, the last recommendation, which would be totally obvious by now, Harry Potter by J.K.Rowling. I'm still waiting for my letter from Hogwarts. Pretty certain it's not gonna come now. I can always dream though, I can dream. Boy wizard, goes to a school, meant to learn magic, but fear of death always hanging over him because he always gets into situations where he's probably gonna die. The people, the places, the arguments I have with other people who've read Harry Potter about how it should have ended and who ended up with who and why that doesn't work and all that kind of stuff. Like the community made by reading this book. You will love it. Seriously, you get on the horse. The horse is waiting for you. You must get on it. It's not even standing. It's knelt down and it's waiting for you to just, you know, slip onto its back. Don't need to saddle on anything because it's actually a chair horse. The horse is actually a chair and you're sitting on the chair. There's no need for a belt or anything because it's got armrests. It's even got like a drink holder and everything. This is something you really need to get on. I would love for someone to draw a horse chair thing. Please, please draw that for me. But they are the 5 recommendations I would have as a gateway into my favourite genre of fantasy. What books would you recommend for your genre? Have you got the same genre as me, but you would actually recommend different books? What are they? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. This was such a great topic. If you're interested in getting in on this, the link is down below to Lainey, to Sam, and to the Goodreads group. Otherwise, until next time, you guys take care of yourself and Cooper out. I obviously celebrated a year on YouTube. And adding to that, I think it was 3 or 4 days before that, I managed to reach 100 subscribers.